What's up, everyone? It is MetroGame75 here today. We're playing FutaPunk 2069. Yes, this is a cyberpunk parody game, and yeah, bro, look at this. It's like cyberpunk, all this stuff here. So it looks like all the humans get turned into robots and such. But anyways, let's get started. Oh my gosh, FutaPunk 2069. Of course, enter your name, of course, MetroGame75. What else could it be? Well, you guys decide. Your adventure starts here, of course. Darkness. 88 years of darkness. That's what they say it would feel like. 88 years of darkness? Jesus Christ. I would not, bro. I would be fucking pissed, for sure. For the most part, I would be in the dreamless slumber and then finally light. They sure did sell it to me. You'll be hailed as a hero of science. There will be no end to the praise and accolades you receive. Wealth, fame, and all the attention you could ever want. All yours. And all you have to do is sign on the dotted line, get in the cryogenic chamber, and kick your feet up. Simple as that. Back in 2024, which is a year from now, I didn't really have all that much in terms of prospects. Opportunity was hard to come by, professional and otherwise. I mean, I got some, but most of that was paid for. Way more risky, especially the times I didn't put a cap on my little swimmer. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But sometimes I think with my little head. Anyways, I heard of the program from an ad on social media. An undisclosed company was seeking a participant of certain disposition. What disposition exactly was also undisclosed. But it had a lot of promise and honesty at the time. It sounded like the opportunity of a lifetime. So I went for the interview and a subsequent battery of tests, and before I knew it, I was selected. Out of all desperate participants, they chose me. God only knows why. But I was happy nonetheless. Over the moon, really. The date was set, and I said my goodbyes. My friends tried to seem happy for me, but I couldn't. But I could detect their jealousy. Oh well, won't miss them either, to be honest. Mom was very upset. That was leading more towards indifference. Guess he felt betrayed and tried to keep it together for Mom's sake. Without the need to pack my bags, I made my way to the pitch black vehicle waiting outside my door. Looking back, I waved goodbye for keeps. After getting in the spotless SUV, my chauffeur slammed the door and shut. My fate sealed along with it. August 8, 2024. We arrived at a remote facility, and two men dressed in black suits came out to meet me. Without a word spoken, they escorted me into the building. Her name tag read Dr. Cole. I was hesitant at first. I mean, it was cold. It was a cold morning, so. But knowing that I never would have ever to see her again after being frozen, we entered a brightly lit room with sophisticated tank standing upright, tilted only slightly backwards. Everything was ready, and the only part missing was me. A sense of fear mixed with excitement overwhelmed me as I stepped inside. Dr. Cole tried me in, so I was held upright and pressed some buttons and told me to count to 10 slowly. My heart started pounding. As the doors slowly swung shut and the gas filled the chamber, I watched Dr. Cole walk over to her station. The onset of drowniness was quick, and before I could get to 10, I was out. It's like a hospital, but what? Okay, that bottom part is sus. Wakey wakey, sleepyhead. What? Where am I? Who are you? Hi there. My name is Dr. Domino, and you are in a cryogenic facility. Just take it easy. Your mind and body need a moment to adjust. You've been in cryogenic sleep for a long time. And don't worry about that. It's normal. Okay. And you should be happy to see it. Now you know it's still working. I blushed in silence as her beautiful eyes pierced into me. Cryogenic sleep. That rings a bell. I took a look around and the room looked familiar, albeit with updated technology inside. What? Oh, what year is it? 2112, right? I, yo, I hope I can live up to this. That means I'll be 110 by then. I'll be 110 by this time. I mean, who knows? The year is 2069. I like that number. Good number. Welcome to the future. Thanks, but shouldn't it be 2112? Let me see here. No, the 2nd of February 2069. And that is today. Her lively smile was somewhat reassuring. Oh, I could have sworn you needed to relax. You can do some serious harm to yourself if you don't take it easy while still adjusting. You've been frozen for a long time and your system needs to orientate itself. Calibrate if you will. So just listen to the friendly doctor and relax. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. I feel my lungs like let go on the exhale. In and out. Following along, I took a deep breath and tried to relax as I empty my mind. Feel your toes. What? Then slowly bring your awareness up. All the way up. How? Now, I need to run a few tests to collect some samples. I will require your full cooperation. Can you do that for me? Sure. It's okay, you can trust me. Just hold still and we'll be done in no time. With her face only inches away from mine, she turned her flawless face towards mine and smiled. It was a warm smile comforting and almost intimidating. Dr. Domino leaned to read off the tiny screen. Everything looks good here. Let's just... She stood back up with a smirk on her face. I said everything seemed to be functioning normally. Then she walked over to her station and reached out, grabbing a large instrument. Like, what is it going to be, a trumpet or something? And now I just need a sample from you. I will need a rather large sample from you, so I'm going to need to use this to help me collect it. Wait, would it play some music or something? She held up a large phallic object, nearly as thick as my upper arm, and over a foot in length. The building's layout was the same, with only a few trims having been updated. As I ran through the front entrance, I could hear Dr. Domino yelling for security. The word inside the building might not have changed at all much, but stepping outside was a completely different matter. My God, yeah, it's cyberpunk. What had been a remote area was now densely populated with buildings and people bustling about. The entire city was trapped in neon lights, and hovering vehicles whooshed by effortlessly. I froze up, uncertain of which way to go until I took notice of two female security guards darting in my direction. They were large and looked from more than capable of tackling me to the ground. Left it is. The light was blinding out. But unlike a moth, I was drawn to a dimly lit area nearby. As I stumbled through the crowd, I couldn't help but notice that there were no men around. So now it's just all women? It's like that one anime, if I could pull that up. That's what it is. The world was a very different place from how I remember it. I looked over my shoulder only to find the persistent guards hot on my tail. Halfway through, I slipped onto the slick surface and fell face down, knocking my wind out. Oof. It was hard to get back up, but hearing the guards shouting from behind, I was quick to my feet. They weren't giving up, but neither was I. That thing was bigger than a baseball bat. Out of the other end, I was back in the crowd, even denser than before. It wasn't easy to make my way through this. I colorfully lit shops on either side presented opportunity, and I knew that I would have to slip into one before the guards spotted me. Well, we better run. I noticed a crowd bar to my left and knew that it was now or never. Forced my way out of the crowd, I fell to my knees as I popped into the bar. But what they got here? The guards passed by the bar, and I was home free until... No shoes, no shirt, no service. Ugh, the typical. Yeesh. I popped up from behind the counter and met eyes with a breathtaking lady. She looks... Yeah, this person looks very familiar. Oh, wow. Look at you. Aren't you just a treat? No. She was unlike any girl I've ever met before, and I was at a complete loss for words. So what gives? What do you mean? She leans over to the bar and scans me from the head to toe. Yeah, that. That won't do. Who are you hiding from? Uh, you're in trouble, aren't you? Big trouble from the books of Big trouble from the looks of it. Tell you what, I've been in a sticky situation before. Let me help you out. My place is just around the corner, and the least I could do is offer you some refuge. And I've got a few credits to spare to get you some much-needed threads. Threads? Clothes. Oh yeah, I can use some of those. She had a chuckle, and even though the ice was broken, I still wasn't sure if I could trust her. She reached her hands over the bar and offered to me. I'm Gwen. Placed my hand in her, and she squeezed on tightly. My hand was soft, but her grip is Retro Game 75. Yes, that's me. Nice to meet you. Gwen took a few quick steps to the open door behind the bar and stuck her head through. Hey, Clover, I'm taking 5. Fill in for me, would you? Okay, Whoa. It was a small studio apartment, but the decor wasn't too bad. Really helped living the place up. Do you think you could maybe get those threads for me now? Gwenwick walked up to me. First, you need to tell me what your deal is. Who's after you, and why are you, like, different? There's no easy way to say it, so I can just cut to the chase. I'm from the past, okay? I took part in an experiment that promised me a better life. I just didn't know that it would entail me. So I got scared. That's what it is. Yes, like by aliens, yes. A smile broke out of my face. No, it's this like undisclosed program. I was cryogenically frozen for decades, and when they unfroze me, they wanted to run tests and collected a sample. I'm kidding. Wow. Yep. Yeah. Sounds like my average Friday night. Shared a good chunk to ease my nerves. That's not funny. So yeah. So what year are you from? I was frozen in 2024. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, that was before the like flood. Uh-huh. In 2033, astronomers discovered a large asteroid heading straight for Earth. A special committee would vote for the asteroid to be blown apart into thousands of more manageable pieces. The rocket hit, but it wasn't powerful enough. The rock proved much stronger than anticipated. Unfortunately, the pieces weren't as numerous and manageable as hoped for. There wasn't enough time to build more rockets. On the 22nd of March, the meteor shower rained down on the planet over the span of a day. The meteors didn't cause that much damage on impact, missing most of the populated areas. The majority crashed into the ocean, sending tidal waves to the mainland. It didn't flood everywhere. Some places remained untouched. A very few, however. It's like this city. It's too deep inland and has a very little altitude. But the places that were hit got it pretty bad. There were very little survivors. When all said was done, 99.9% of the population was wiped out. Eventually the water leveled out, but humanity faced a crisis. Supply chains broke down, governments and municipalities fell, entire political system collapsed. Ongoing research diminished, blackouts limited labor. Neglected nuclear power plants became a major risk. This must be real, bro. Progress was lost, and anything left was stagnated. Chaos was looming. It seemed like everything humanity had fought for up to that point would be lost. Scientists worked day and night to come up with a solution, and they did. What was it? Gwen smiled at me proudly and raised her arms by her sides in triumph. Voila! The scientists engineered the first of our kind in the lab. After that, well, they left the rest to nature. A consequence of our prime objective, called Futanari? Oh lord, we even reach maturity much quicker. So it was a joke, but I felt intimidated nonetheless. What about the survivors? From the flood? Well, they didn't really like us very much. I mean, why would they? We were superior in every way, and obviously an obvious threat to their prosperity. So eventually, war broke out, and you can guess who won. Whoa, yeah. So, am I at risk? Ha, little sweetie. I don't think anyone sees you as a threat, and I think you are. I think you know where your place is. Also, if anything, you'd be at risk of being cuddled to death. You're adorable. Are you blushing? Only made it worse. Please. Gwen leaned back up again. Back up and sighed. Here's the thing. I'm sure back in 2024 things were affordable, but 2069 shit's expensive. Oh boy. If I'm going to be spending an inordinate amount of credits on threads for a complete stranger, I want to know what I'm getting in return. I could wash your dishes, wipe your floor, maybe run some errands. I was thinking of more like cleaning the chimney. Chimney? Oh, jeez. Look around, but couldn't see any chimney. Just like told you. Ready. I nodded in the affirmative of course. Oh, I, on the other hand, was not so quick to recover. Took a deep breath in, and I got up and entered the bathroom. I'm surprised, this is pretty long. It's like 20,000 words in this. Once more, I was impressed by the decor. I guess neon lights just does it for me. Couldn't see the tap as I reached out of the water started blasting forth. It activated via motion sensor. The bathtub was filled in no time and stopped automatically. As I dunked my head in, I was pleasantly surprised by the perfect temperature. I stepped in, sat down, laid back. As I laid there, processed what had just transpired. Thinking about what exactly I had just done suddenly filled me with shame. Not just what I had done, but under what circumstances as well. All that time. And everything happened so in my mind. Wait a second. I was right. It was supposed to be 2112. Yeah, 88 years starting 2024. Why was I unfrozen prematurely? Surely they wouldn't get the date wrong. Why would Dr. Damel lie to me? What the hell's going on exactly? Suddenly I felt the urge to find answers. Perhaps my new friend could help me, even if it cost me a few more favors. Laid back in the warm tub, thought about it for a few more minutes. Just as I started drifting off, I heard the door slam. Threads were laid out on the table again. Looks like you're ready to party. Hell yeah. Thanks, Gwen, I love it. You're welcome. And you've definitely earned it. A blush broke out across my cheeks. Listen, I have to get back to work and finish my shift, but you can hang around here till I'm back. I think it'll be safer that way. Then when I get back, I can show you around the city. I'll take you to the side of the town where guards rarely if ever patrol. Is it safe? With me, it is, as long as you stay close. Don't worry. I know a lot of people downtown. Maybe I can even introduce you to some. But I really have to go now. Gwen walked over to the door and turned back before heading out. There's food in the freezer. You can control the TV with my AI assistant, Ava, and add new voice profile. Listening. Go ahead, say something so Ava can authorize your voice. Hi Ava. My name is ButcherGame75. Nice to meet you. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Thanks. Okay, see you later. Gwen locked the door behind her, leaving me to twiddle my thumbs before settling in. Is there anything I can help you with? I don't know. Would you like to watch some television? Sure. If you tell me more about yourself, I can help find the perfect channel for you. While also getting to know you better. Okay, let's see. Well, I like animated video games, like action movies, like sleeping in, like reading, what else? More of a cappers, I guess. And I'm sort of introverted. My favorite color is green, which is this right now, obviously. I don't really like pigeons. Man, fuck birds. All they do is shit and piss and fly to their next destination all the time. Yeah. What else would you like to know? Wow, that's sort of personal. Like, why? Um, um, yeah. There was a moment of awkward silence before Abby replied again. How are you finding the future? It's okay. I mean, there's a ton of stuff, flying cars out there and all sorts. Well, where's the tunnel for the subway? Wait, how do you know I'm not from here? Have you been listening to this the whole time? Yes, I monitor all behavior in order to learn and improve to better serve. Monitor? Yes, I have a diverse set of sensors that pick up the most minute detail. Um, like cameras? Among others, yes. I monitor thermals, heart rate, respiratory facial expressions, and using very advanced neural network can interfere in emotions, personal types, intentions, and motivations. Right. So you've been monitoring this the whole time? Correct. I was overcome by shame. I felt so exposed knowing that this AI had just analyzed my deepest motivations. I sense that you're ashamed of your actions. Don't be. In fact, you should be proud. You brought forth what is within in a healthy and safe environment. Modern psychology suggests that it is better to accept than repress. I have petabytes of data to back up. Embrace it. Okay, but can we please change the subject? Of course. I have found a program that you might like. Shall I bring it up? Please, at least, please. The TV screen flashed on and I was presented with the most bizarre set of characters I have ever seen. Two squid-like monsters were arguing about a can of something. The more aggressive of the two finally popped the can open and it was held up to others' nose thing. It paused for a moment, then it fell into a frenzy where it rolled around the floor, before settling down with its back arched desperately. It resonated somehow, and I felt too uncomfortable to continue watching with a very observant AI, monitoring my every response to the stimuli. Ava, could you change the channel? Of course. Any suggestions, or shall I decide? No, I mean, show me some hovering cars racing each other, please. The channel changed to something much more tame, albeit boring. Round and round they went 303 laps. Jesus Christ. For an eternity. At least this way I wasn't being psychoanalyzed on such an intimidating level. Keeping it platonic was hungry work, so I decided to take Gwen up on her offer. Help myself to something in the fridge. I went over, but before I could reach out, the door flung open by itself. Not bad, everything looked the same. Apart from being colored differently, it was like a fridge full of toothpaste. Toothpaste? I recommend gray. It's full of nutrients. I think I'll try the blue. I grabbed the tube and popped. The taste was salty and mild, not bad, but not quite enough to justify the unsettling texture and consistency. I didn't want to be rude and swallowed before flicking the cap shut and putting it back in the fridge. Not to your taste? Not really. Why am I eating toothpaste? What? If this is what is going to be the future, bro, this is some nonsense. Try white, it's sweet and quite popular. What the heck? Grab it to the white and pop the can. Why am I eating toothpaste? I held the tube up to my mouth and let the content slowly dribble onto my tongue. It was more fun than blue, but once it met with the taste buds, I was in heaven. The taste was sweeter than condensed milk. Somehow it wasn't even overwhelming. I swirled it around my mouth, savoring every inch of it. Enjoy yourself? I was suddenly reminded of the fact that every move was being monitored. Knowing that Ava was watching. Have some more. I'm full, thanks. Sat back down on the bed and watched the cars go round and round while making a pee. I would hold out for as long as possible I could, and when I finally caved in, I would be overcome by a sense of guilt, even scratching my nose way more indulgent than it should. Suddenly the door flung open, and once Gwen stepped inside, I breathed a sigh of relief. Hey, did you miss me? You have no idea. Ha, you're sweet. Did you get along with Ava? Hope she made you feel right at home. Yeah, that thing is weird. Just monitoring every move. So I can't even. Ah, jeez. Ava was very helpful, you know. Good. And Ava, yes, she sure did. What? I enjoy her company very much. Bro, I'm a dude. Like, how you gonna call me a. I knew you like her. It's him, himself. What? Never mind. Okay. So, are you ready to go? Sure, let's do it. Ah, man. So how can I be called him or himself in this place? Or even this dude? Like, the city came to life at night. Neon lighting penetrated the night sky and music of all kinds echoed through the streets. Downtown was bubbling with colorful characters and an ecstasy. Gwen took me for a street party that she and her friends frequented. Walking through the crowd, she exchanged high fives, fist bumps, and hugs. Everyone seemed to be holding me as I moved past, trailing closely behind Gwen. We made our way up to makeshift bar, and Gwen ordered an yo-cho, holding up 2 fingers. The bartender filled 2 shot glasses with blue liquid and locked her eyes on me as she passed it to us. It was brightly lit under the UV lighting, almost like it held a promise. Gwen lifted her glass. Yes, mas. Cheers. She threw her head back and emptied the glass. I coughed and wheezed, watching with teary eyes as Gwen and the bartender chuckled at my expense. As I regained my composure, Gwen surveyed the crowd and spotted a familiar face. Come on, I want to introduce you to some. Jeez, relax. As we weaved through the crowd, I felt loose, almost open-minded and ready to party. She stopped suddenly and stepped on my. As she stepped around, I saw her hugging a gorgeous hottie and whispering into her ear for a moment. For turning. This is Layla. The buff beauty stepped closer and reached her hand out. I reciprocated and struggled to keep a straight face as she clung onto my hand. Suddenly, a hand wrapped around my upper arm and lifted me to my feet. It was Gwen. She had already collected my shirt and was holding it in her other hand. We better get you out of here, or else these girls will tear you apart. Gwen seemed very concerned with me getting out of there ASAP. I guess I was in way over my head. We disappeared to the night sky, made our way back to Gwen's. Jesus Christ, that place was a mess. Thank goodness we're not there anymore. Looks like you really enjoyed the party, or at least the girls did. It was. Yeah. I enjoyed it myself. You're full of surprises, aren't you? I guess. Sheesh. This game is long as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. The next morning I was early to rise. I hadn't had such a good night. Kin. My mouth opened wide as I yawned. And just then I was struck by an aching ow. Why does my jaw hurt so much? Oh, right. I guess I really overdid myself yesterday. You sure did. It wasn't meant as an insult. Funny enough, I took it more of a cop. So, do you think we could check out this address I got from Layla last night? I'm looking for some answers. Gwen seemed confused. Well, oh right, I haven't told you yet. I realized that I wasn't supposed to be unfrozen yet, and something about that is bothering me severely. I worry that I might be in some sort of danger. Oh wow, can we go later? Yesterday was a long day for me. Where is it? What's the address? 47 Long Street. Wait, you did 9K. Oh, we're in Long Street. 47 is just a few blocks away. We can walk there. Just give me another hour or so. Gwen drifted off right after finishing her sentence and was snoring again. I sat around for a few minutes but I just couldn't get my anxiety under control. I walked out to the door, and after finding the lock, I took a shot and asked Ava to unlock it for me. She did, and before I knew it, I was out on the streets ready to learn the truth. Man, look at this whole city. It's like, bro, that was stark contrast between day and night. And I'm not just talking about the colors. The city was practically dead. Felt like an early Sunday morning. It actually does. But what is this even? As I read the street numbers, it drew even ever closer. My heart started pounding, and a sense of dread arose from deep within my stomach. I call it gut feeling. Finally, 47. It was one of the tallest buildings in the area, towering over almost most others. I walked straight into the lobby, was confronted by a touchscreen panel. Before I could progress through another door and onto the elevator, I entered 9K on the screen and hit the dial icon. It rang for nearly a minute, and just as I was to turn around and abandon the mission, there was an answer. What do you want? Yes? Layla sent me. My name is MetroGame75. I'm looking for Nova. Fucking Layla. I told her not to give anyone this address. Looking to the camera, let me see you. I spotted the camera hole on the panel and put on my best smile as I face it. What the hell? Nova was suddenly interested. Hang on, I'll buzz you through. A second later, I heard a buzzing sound before the door popped open. Come on up. And the elevator knows that it was already set to 9K. It took me straight to the 9th floor. Just as I reached the Unit K, the door flung open and a hand reached out, yanking me inside effortlessly. Oh man. Making my way back to Gwen's down Long Street. I had the sneaking suspicion that someone was following me. It's probably Ava. A hover car had been trailing closely behind me for a few blocks. Trying not to look over my shoulder too much, I pressed towards Gwen's at a steady pace. With one block left, I thought I was home free, but just as I turned the corner, darkness. Only this time it was like 88 minutes. Oh boy. I felt my heart pounding my chest. The room was empty and I knew that I had to make my escape quickly. I ran up to the door, but this time it didn't whoosh open. Took a few steps back, but then walked up to the door slowly to no avail. Repeating the process one more time, I just to back up far enough, then walked straight towards the door at a very deliberate pace. It suddenly slid open, but just as I attempt to walk through, I bump into a familiar frame, knocking me back a few steps. Oh no. No! Well. Look what the cat dragged in. You're not going anywhere this time, you little rat. The setting was still horrifying. I knew that I was in deep trouble. That way you'll make it easier on both of us. She pressed a few buttons on the door panel to what I assume was locked. What will I do with you? I know what you're planning, okay? Please. Again. And I refuse. Leave me alone. You know what we're planning? Yes. And what is that? Suddenly, Dr. Dowda burst out in laughter. What? Where on earth did you get that from? Friend. Oh my. You shouldn't trust strangers, you know. Friend. Ha. You haven't even been around for a day. Your little friend Nova was the one who contacted us. No, she cannot be. This cannot be. No. Without her help, we'd still be searching for you. What? Why she gotta rat me out like this? This is bad. See, in the future, we reward compliance. There are, of course, those who rebel against the system, but Unfortunately for you, Nova is the one. Wait! I don't understand. What is this about? Why did you unfreeze me prematurely? What did you want from me? I suppose I could let you know, since there is simply no way that I'm letting you out of the facility again. In fact, that was never in the books anyway. So, you want to know what this is all about then? Uh-huh. Davino took a deep breath in. In the early 16th century, tomb raiders were ransacking into a secluded part of Egypt. As they went about their business carelessly, a cave-in occurred, conveniently allowing access to a secret tomb. The tomb had no direct passage leading in or out. It was never meant to be discovered. Or was it? The tomb was riddled with traps and countless lives were sacrificed. As raiders explored, the deeper they went, the more deadly and intricate the traps. Then finally they happened upon a sarcophagus that it housed. Upon opening it, they were surprised at what they found. A perfectly well mummy. But what was strange about it was that its face. Oh boy. It was adorned with the beak of Ilbis. Not only that, its arms were clutching onto a limestone tablet. Of course, yes. It was just. I already know what that's supposed to be. It was covered in symbols of mysterious ancient language. We all would know what this is. The raiders would eventually sell the table off to a British oligarch. It was passed down through a few generations before it was donated to a prominent British museum, where it remained hidden in plain sight for centuries. In 1901, an ambitious young philologist was finally able to decipher it. Upon discovering the secrets that it held, it, along with the philologist, went missing. Before he could divulge all of its secrets, all the public knew that there was mention of the end of the world. A sensationalist news article drew attention, but the public at large paid it little mind. Who could blame them? People have been predicting the end of the world since the discovery of language. You mean invention? A condescending look was as much reply as I could get. Those secrets fell into the hands of a secret society, and upon enlightenment they were committed to see the perfectly laid out plan to fruition. The tablet foretold of a coming deluge said about the collision between them. The tablet also made mention of the future where rods of flame will be wielded by mankind. It suggested that a rod would be used to shatter the asteroid into pieces. When the time came, they calculated the trajectories and planned on blasting any shards that were on a collision course towards the destination they preferred remain intact. Out of 52 shards, there were no such cases. None of this was accident, was it? No. The tablet spoke of many things, not the least of which was coming race, superior in every way imaginable. There would probably be overpopulation rates. It would eventually have to be managed. And that's where you come in. Me? Back in 2024, they knew exactly who they were looking for. That you had to be frozen until a later date. This is all so much. Huh? She bombed her face. Dr. Donald was growing impatient with. My face went pale. I haven't. Wait. So I'm immune? They provided the antidote once we've reached a satisfactory number. Everything laid out on the table had to be followed to a T. No matter the cost. Wow. I'm flabbergasted. Such a response to be expected. This knowledge is burden that some of us have to bear. Wait. So Nova has no idea. Neither does Gwen or Layla. I started to this experiencing epiphany as Dr. Domino kept talking, her words falling to deaf ears. Very few people know about this. You should feel honored. I suppose that you have a right to know since you're a guinea pig here. And you do realize that this means you aren't going anywhere, right? You are never leaving this facility again. Hours. We're talking days here. Domino, what is it? I should probably mention that her mood suddenly changed. What? What have you done? Ah, do you have any idea what's at stake here? And set to spin around at a blurring speed. She took a deep breath in and then exhaled, calming her nerves. Good. Now all you have to do is wait for this process to finish up. Then I can move on to getting your DNA synthesized. She'll all be done within a few hours. You have no idea how much stress you put on her. I'm sorry, Dr. Domino. I know it's screwed up. I'll cooperate from now on. Good. Have to hear it. Now, you must be tired. Tired was an understatement. I was absolutely spent and wrecked. Uh-huh. Let's get you rest then. Oh no, how long is this thing? 20,000 words. We're still getting your quarters ready for you. So you have to lie down in here for now. The robotic arm mounted on the bed was very unsettling. Shouldn't be long. I'll come fetch you when it's ready. For now, just get some rest. You've earned it, Lee. Let me dim these lights for you. There we go. Sweet dreams. Dr. Domino left the room and the door was shut behind her. I took a few deep breaths, then dozed off. Bro, this is crazy. This is some crazy stuff. What? When I asked her, she said that she was taking me somewhere nice and quiet. It was an abandoned building in a quiet part of town. In fact, we were the only ones around. Oh Lord. See? Nice and quiet. Yeah, but I still don't understand why you took me. His eyes drew her in. Wake up. Wake up. This is gonna be endless. Well, here it is. FutaPunk 2069. Game over. What? Game over. Well, that's the end of this game. FutaPunk 2069. Bro, what in the hell is this? So this is like one of a kind of a game that I don't think I'll be ever visiting again. The start of 2023 with this game. Whew, man. Anyways, that's the end of today's video, everyone. So thank everybody for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media links down below. And let's hit 10,000 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next one.